We've waited so long, so long, and finally, Fire Force has returned. Season 3 was announced, and we waited about 4 to 5 years to finally get episode number uno.
Did you ever find time to rewatch the series before it came out or no?
Nope. But the episode did recap me on certain things that I do actually remember.
Hmm.
So, yes, man. This episode basically, outside of the Captain Burns stuff and the Captain Obi being captured and then potentially being force-fed a bug. Oh God. Um, it was basically kind of a recap episode of things from the past 2 seasons, or really season 2,
Or at
that
least the first part of the episode.
that we basically kind of got it kind of refreshes your memory because it's been gone. We've been gone so long from the Fire Force universe. That's see, regardless, I'm just happy Fire Force is back. And we're finally gonna end this story. Thank God. Now this part will air first, and then part 2 will come back in 2026 to conclude the Fire Force story, and we will be there for that. But I'm just happy that Fire Force is back, man. It's been so long, and it's funny because I think like even a few years ago, I think like 2 years ago, we were talking, and I'm just like, you know what? When is Fire Force gonna come back? We didn't even know. We thought, is season 3 ever gonna happen?
Yeah, how long has it been now?
4 to 5 years. Season 2 was like legitimately back in COVID times. Yeah, that's how long it's been. Listen, man, whatever David Productions got cooking, I'm ready. Because they
Hmm.
ain't making me wait 5 years, and this stuff is going to turn into a slot fest. It better be peak. Anyways, we're here, and episode 1 was fucking peak. So let's get the nonchalant stuff out the way. So we see how Fire Force section 8 is basically training. Again, they're just basically being prepared for the worst that can happen. They're training. You have Shinra and Arthur still bickering with each other. Oh brother, whenever they'll become bros, I don't know when, but I don't think
I'm pretty sure they are bros. They just, they're fighting buddies. We just like you and I, we clash every now and then, but we're friends by the end of the day.
I guess if you want to put it like that, sure.
What are we not?
Yeah, we're bros, but not to the extent that they always bicker and fight.
I beg to differ.
Anyways, we have Buff Monkey. Yes, my buff girl. And
Yeah,
versus,
Tamaki Kotatsu.
yes. And I already saw it on social media, guys. Don't even. Already social media. People are like, oh my goodness. For the first episode of freaking Fire Force, and they're already doing Tamaki fan service. For fuck's sake, make it stop. People already did that, and they tweeted the clip. Yes, I know. I know. Listen, people, I think we've said this thing before. I'm going to say it again. I don't care. If your priorities are more worried about fucking fan service, go outside and go touch some fucking grass. In the meantime, maybe you're also saying this because you never touched a tit. Maybe you never touched boobies. Maybe you never touched ass. The only two boobies and ass you grabbed is probably your own, and that's you washing yourself in the shower. Probably some fat slob on the freaking couch eating the potato chips like Doritos and hot dogs and hamburgers. Come on, why are you talking about keys showing fan service?
I think that I
Enough of
think
this.
I think so. I think it should just be a usual trope, guys. So please just get used to it at this point.
If you haven't gotten used to it in 2 seasons, why are you watching Fire Force?
Hmm.
If you have an issue with fan service, then please, maybe anime might not be for you. Because there's plenty of anime out there that have fan service. Go watch Takamine-san. Anyways, I'm having enough of this conversation about Tamaki and seeing these tweets on my TL about Tamaki being stripped down in the nude, essentially, already. One episode in, and we already got people complaining about fan service, Tamaki fan service. Well, guess what? I enjoy the Tamaki fan service. Too damn bad. And it doesn't bug me. People go touch some fucking grass. Go touch some grass. You'll actually find things touching grass. Anyways. You have Sister Iris. She's just like Licht is there just acting like his crazy Licht self. Don't know what he's got in store for this season, but I don't know if I should still trust the guy.
Well, it's confirmed he's just a neutral character, so.
I wonder if we'll see his friends show up too.
Oh, Joker?
Yeah.
My favorite character, by the way.
I thought it was the freaking kimono dude with the crosses in his eyes.
Oh, the strongest? No, no, he's not my favorite. I like him. He's not my favorite, but no, Joker's my favorite character after what I saw.
Okay. You see Vulcan, and you see his girlfriend. Personally, she's hot. Hopefully, she never gets taken away again. But she's on our side now.
Yeah.
That's good. And then we also have Hinwa. He's doing his Hinwa things and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, we start also, so that's basically kind of it. And the narrator basically talks about like what they've been going through and everything, and the training that they've done. Because you remember the end of season 2, Tamaki, Arthur, and Shinra all went to go train to get better, and that's the thing. Also, they do reference the time when Tamaki went up against Assault. If you remember that, geez Louise, that episode was absolutely hilarious. When she kept basically having her typical trope of stripping down, and the guy legitimately couldn't handle it.
Yeah, she defeated him with fan service, guys.
That was honestly by far one of the best Fire Force episodes.
And just the fact that he thinks he could get immune to her by watching, what?
Her strip, bro. Just watching porn, bro.
Yeah.
I was watching porn, thinking I can get over this. And when the light shone brightest, he fucking failed.
Mm-hmm.
AKA, he folded.
Yeah, but then Tamaki goes on to say, he did it himself, not me.
Listen, any grown man would fold. Any grown man would. I don't blame my man Assault. He's a G. He's a G for that. So
So I guess so I guess even members of the White Clad are cultured.
So yeah, but that's basically it. So speaking of the White Clad, we see how they're basically like, all right, it's time to go. It's time to put our mission into objective. So you get basically a good chunk of the episode, right? So the first part is we see Captain Obi. He's basically talking to the Fire Force commander, and he's basically telling him, like, because if you remember from the last season, they went around the place in season 2 to get some assistance to take on the Evangelist, right? So he tells him, like, listen, and one of the big points, the Hajime company, right, with the one boy that has the Adula burst, who Reika, tried to basically turn into, right? And the one freaking dude who could do the black ash thing, they know, like, they're on their side, and that's what Captain Obi shows up. All of a sudden, they hear a bunch of like things going on, right? Now the captain's having like, good, we're gonna get everything under control. This is gonna be for the sake of the safety of our city. It's great that everything's coming together for this plan to take down the Evangelist. They hear all this commotion going on. What happens with Captain Obi?
He gets for some reason arrested, and Then he uh he like it must be a misunderstanding, but as he gets taken to the door, he sees some white clad individuals out there. Like, what are they doing here? So they infiltrated the fire force.
Yes. This only gets enhanced when we get to the church scene, right?
Oh boy.
So you get to the church scene where Captain Burns and his lieutenants are basically talking amongst the freaking priest, head priest, right? And the
Hmm.
head priest is talking about all this blah 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 about following the god of soul and everything, the sun god essentially, right? Their sun god. Then all of a
Hmm.
sudden, Hameya and the rest of the right, basically the entire entourage, all the big freaking members of the evangelists, and yes, even that bitch Inca. Dude, if I'm telling you, there's one character I'm wishing upon that for the evangelist, I need that character to die. She's on my number one list.
Hmm.
She needs to die. I hope Fire Force actually kills her. Like, I really hope somebody kills her. That's how much she needs to go. I still remember the part in season 2 where she did the line thing and she drew and she burned her friend on fire, starting off with his D.
We're starting off with what?
His frog. You don't remember that?
It's been so long, man. And also, why did you bring the Apothecary Diaries phrase here?
Did I not say I was going to use that term instead of DICK?
Yes, but I wish you went back on your word.
You want me to just say it?
Whatever. Frog, whatever.
Again, I'm
Frog.
not trying to, according to you, I'm not trying to get demonetized.
Yeah, like you're already getting demonetized already.
Anyways, I don't make money off these videos yet, guys. Not yet. Someday. Someday. Anyways. Yes, Hameya. Again, the girl Inca can die. The only two White Clan evangelist girls that don't need to die, I think, is the blue-haired girl Arrow, and maybe, and I mean maybe, Hameya. Only because
Hmm.
she's, but at the same time, Hameya's a crazy bitch too. So, there's that. Anyways, they're all shocked. They're like, what are they doing here? Why are they in the church? Captain Burns basically lights his fire. He's ready to throw down. He's ready to throw down and he's telling the dudes, get ready to get some hands. What the fuck happened?
To think it went downhill just like this.
So basically, Hameya, in a weird way, kind of like twists the words and is, again, I'm not going to go word by word breakdown of what she's saying, but she basically identifies and tells Burns, like, I know you had a vision. You saw the God. You saw the all great soul. And because that's the thing that we saw about Burns' backstory. He had a moment where he saw the goddess standing before him, and he had this belief in this thing, like, I gotta follow what this thing's telling me to do. And she basically makes it, and she's talking about like how you need to follow in the footsteps of everything. Now the lieutenants, they're completely not entranced by this, right? They're like,
Mhm.
what you're talking about sounds fucking crazy. What are you doing? And they're like, and she brings up the other lieutenant that used to be in their force, and that's Reika, and he's like, well, Reika believed in this whole teaching. Why can't you? And they're like, fuck. And then that's when she's like, come on, Captain Burns. You know the right thing you need to do. We find out what the evangelist plan is. What's the hell's the plan?
To, well, turn the whole world into the like no, the sun, basically.
These motherfuckers want to burn people to fucking death. They want to light the earth on fire. Literally.
Hmm.
And they say that's the will of the god.
Yeah, she starts twisting these words, and as Burns is listening, we see his expression start to change. Never in my wildest dreams would I think this man would be manipulated so easily.
She basically is like, you have to do what the god says. That's what the god's soul stands for. This man realizes he flashes back to the moment when he first met the god in this weird void, right?
Yeah, he starts to kneel down, and this is when he gives in. He's I guess he's part of the White Clad now.
The lieutenants are shocked. We don't even see what happens to the lieutenants. So we don't know what they have. So all we know, they could have been killed.
Yeah.
So this man basically is like for the will of soul. And I saw this shit. I'm like, oh, hell
I
no.
can't.
I'm like, they got this man to turn on them. And he's arguably probably the strongest Fire Force fire captain or Fire Force member in the Force completely. Because he's Captain 1.
Mhm.
Now that explains why in the trailers we see Shinra fighting this guy.
Yep.
So after you get that whole thing, right, we then come back to the Fire Force, and that's when Hinwa basically talks about how Captain Obi has been captured by the Evangelist. And they're like, what? We got to do something. Now, basically, we kind of just, it's like my friend said earlier. If apparently, because we knew in the previous seasons, they did invade the church where some church officials actually sided with the Evangelist. But now it's, I guess it's out in the open. Like, some Fire Force members are completely just straight up like now believing what they got. And they've completely infiltrated the Fire Force, whole branch. And they're basically spreading their ways through the Fire Force branch. Now, I think there's a few members that don't believe in this stuff. We know our good old samurai boy don't believe that shit. We definitely know Hibana doesn't believe this. She's got her own things. But it's clear that it seems like these people, they're like, okay, if that's what the will says, the will of the God says, that's what the God says. Okay, we'll burn this shit and we'll turn all the chicken nuggets.
Not even chicken nuggets, more like magma particles.
How about this, Ash?
Yeah, we'll be deep in fire before. Yeah.
So basically, I guess you can say the evangelists are trying to do what Team Magma and Pokemon tried to do: turn everything to fucking dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Except the only thing is, until Maxie realized, like, oh, Groudon's burning us to hell. That's basically what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to stop them. So anyways, they're basically talking about this, and basically it kind of gets all up and on. Now, Hin was like, okay, listen, I'm not asking you guys to join me, but I'm going to go do this. But if you join me, just let it be known, you're going to be traitors because of this. Because they're obviously infiltrated, and they're going to be coming for Shinra more than likely. This is probably a ploy, and they make a mention, like, this is probably a ploy to get Shinra to come out so we can capture him and get his Abdullah Burst. Because remember, they still got to get Shinra's Abdullah Burst to complete their big old plan, right? He's like the last missing piece that they need. Also, we do see his brother show. Well, it's going to be interesting now to see that they can pull him out of this madness too.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the thing. As long as I don't see him getting dressed up like a damn woman again, I'm good with that. Because I remember that part in season 2. They literally gave this man lipstick and dressed him up like a woman.
Yep. And Arrow is just there watching, like, what is she even doing?
Listen, Arrow's hot. She can get it. I can fix her.
Does she even need to be fixed?
No, but she can get it. That's what I can
she's literally the most sane one out of the group.
I know. That's why she can get it. She's the thickest of the bunch.
Yeah. I still remember she got electrified.
Yeah, and you saw that. Oh, that was a great scene. That was a great scene for all the right reasons. And you know what I'm talking about.
Moving on.
Anyways. I'm sorry for the Goonie, man. I'm sorry for the Goonie.
My face is red. My face is red. My face is red.
I'm sorry for the Goonie. But anyways, so that ends up happening, right? And they're like, okay, but we don't care if we're turning to traitors. We're gonna go save Captain Obi because he would go there for us if we needed to. And they even asked like Tamaki and even freaking Maki. They're like, "Hey, you know you guys got families. Like, you sure you want to do this?" And they're like,
I already made my decision.
"Yeah." I guess in Maki's case, they do got a good point to ask her. She is rich as shit.
Hmm.
So that's the thing. I don't know. I don't remember anything about Tamaki's family, but okay. But regardless, they're both signed on. They even asked Licht, and Licht is like, "Well, hey, listen, I'm just here to just experiment and see how human combustions work, so I'm all in." Of course, we know. Um, Now, will Joker end up helping us? I don't know. We'll see. He
Yeah.
basically is an ally to us, anyways.
He's the anti-hero. He's I believe he's also in neutral territory.
So there's that. But you get the opening. Pretty cool opening. Pretty cool opening.
Hmm.
Do like the ending as well. But then you kind of get a post-credit scene, right? What is the post-credit scene?
Uh, uh, what is it?
Boo! All right, fine. Post-credit scene. So Hame is meeting up with Captain Burns, and basically they're talking about what's
Oh
the
man.
next plan. Go ahead.
No. You just refresh my. You just refresh. Oh, that scene.
Go ahead, say it.
Don't waste time. Just say it.
Fine. They're talking about their freaking what they need to do next, and obviously Captain Burns is like, we have to go retrieve the fourth pillar, aka Shinra Kusakabe, and get his Abdullah burst. And Amaya's like, that's right, let's do this. And also, he basically is like, also, we need to feed the insect to Captain Obi. Motherfucker, if they kill off Captain Obi, bruh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He's actually a likable character.
Yeah, right now Obi's in this situation. I'm in danger.
Now, if you remember, the insects basically spontaneously compass people and turn people into the damn demons.
Hmm.
We already know Captain Obi don't got no firepower.
Yeah, so if he takes,
He's basically as good as dead. Unless, plot twist, maybe he uses this to get powers? I don't know. We'll see.
I say they should just rescue him while they can.
But it's not looking good. And I feel like that could be the only way he knows, like, this is the way to get Shinra to come out. If we know we're going to feed an insect to his captain. But that's basically it. Dog, Fire Force Season 3 already starting off on that bullshit. Captain Burns is already on the evil side. I literally was watching the episode, I'm like, okay, now. Don't make you be on my hit list of people that I just hate and I want to see die. Inga's already on them. Ayoshi from Rurouni Kenshin is another dude. Don't make me hate Captain Bones.
Burns, well, he just got brainwashed, so
Well, let's be honest, half the damn people get brainwashed when they listen to these things. And again, that's what crazy cult people talk about like. That's what crazy cult people talk about like. I'm not going to try to make this a real world thing. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But if you know what I mean,
if you guys know, you know. If you know, you know.
Especially if you live in America.
Welcome to America.
Anyways, that's what cult leaders do. They mind warp you. And that's what they did to Burns. I don't know if he's gonna side with the good guys and he's realized what he's doing is wrong. But for all I know, if he keeps,
I feel like he's that character that the heroes are gonna have to put down. They're gonna have to team up to put down.
Because he's just too much entrenched with this God soul shit.
He might just be.
He might be too far gone. That's what you're trying to tell me.
He might be, yeah.
So is Shinra gonna be the guy to put him down?
And I think everybody has to team up against this guy if he's as strong as they say that he is.
We'll see. But great start to Fire Force Season 3. Definitely did not see that coming.
Yep.
So yeah. But anyways, apologies for not getting this review out on Sunday. not Sunday, February. No, February. What the? Friday when the episode released. I had to work a shift, and if you know me or you don't know any background, I work in the world of sports. We had our first game that evening, so we could not review the episode. Now next week, we'll be able to review the episode after I get out of work on Friday.
Hmm.
So it will come Friday, if not Saturday morning. But every other Friday will probably be no new Fire Force episode review until either a Sunday, maybe a Sunday evening, or a Monday, maybe Tuesday. But listen, that's life, that's work, especially if you're in the sports business. They'll work you to death. I like being in the sports business, but it definitely leaves me to be desired when it comes to reviewing animes. So, yeah. But again, that's what happens when you're an adult now. You don't have enough time to yourself, and you got to really appreciate that time. So, yeah. So what I'm going to be basically doing all week long is watching any animes that I'm like desperately interested in that I'm going to review on the channel. Because I missed it basically through the course of the weekend. Like, legitimately. I worked freaking Friday night a game. I worked Saturday night a game. I worked Friday morning to the afternoon. I didn't get back home till like fucking 6. Maybe 7 at night. So, but regardless, I like the work that I do. I'm selling tickets. That's all that matters. I'm selling tickets. So, there's that. But anyways, any other final thoughts about episode 1 of season 3?
Just crazy start, and well, honestly, I had my suspicions from the beginning of this year that Burns was gonna be like an enemy, but I did not expect it to be I did not expect him to be the enemy this way. I thought he was like hiding something in general, but no, he was just brainwashed here. So it's gonna be interesting where it goes here from here.
Anyways, there you go for guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Fire Force content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Plug your channel. Yes, we're all tired. We know that. I'm tired from a long day of work.
Yeah, subscribe to my channel, guys. My friend here should leave a link down in the description below, I hope. So
I do lead the links.
Yep. And yes,
I do.
Okay, and yes, check out my playlist to keep track of all like the playthroughs that I do, as well as the fighting game stuff that I do. Also, right now I'm doing DNF Duel. I'll probably do more Street Fighter 6 with Camper 15 if he's down to it in the future. But
I hate to say it, but I had to delete it for storage purposes.
And maybe in the future I'll do Bleach Rebirth of Souls if I ever get the game.
If you ever get the game, and if you don't get copywritten.
I mean, I've seen other people do it, and they haven't gotten copyright strike yet.
Well, remember you got that Code Vein video copyright striking?
Yeah, it wasn't Code Vein. It was God Eater.
Well, that God
Eater. Well, yeah, because God Eater has some copyright music.
So does that mean when you play Bleach, you're gonna turn the music off?
No, because I don't know if the music's copyright strike.
All right. Don't play that friggin' opening song if you get the game, because that is definitely copyright.
Oh, don't worry.
Anyways. Yeah, maybe he'll do some Bleach things, and then we'll do some Bleach battles when I dominate his ass. And then he'll be the one that says this. And yes, you will get One Piece, people. One Piece is returning to the channel.
So you're saying I'll get one piece of you?
No. I'm talking about my reviews.
Because that made no sense.
And again, I'll be wearing my Monkey D. Luke.
Anyways, take care, guys. We'll see you all next time. And look out for yourselves and each other. Peace.